It's Fernando Ruiz Art.
Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. And you are looking at Dr. Fate. This is the DC Comics character Dr. Fate. And I have drawn him in pencil. And if you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, you probably saw earlier this year and late last year, I was doing a daily drawing of a different member of the Legion of Superheroes. One of my favorite books, one of my favorite teams. I think I ran through most of the major Legionnaires, most of the ones from the team that that composed the team when I was reading back in the 80s into a little bit of the 90s. So most of my favorite characters. Now last week or so, actually last month, I did a Jay Garrick, the Golden Age Flash. So I think I'm easing into the Justice Society, the Golden Age Justice Society. So this is I've done the Golden Age Flash. I did the Spectre earlier in the week, and now I've got a Dr. Fate in the works. So follow me on Instagram. That's Fernando Ruiz, everybody on Instagram, or on Twitter. I'm Fernando Ruiz Art, same name as this channel. Or on Facebook, I'm just Fernando Ruiz. And you could see these as I finish them. Maybe I might want to color one of these for one of these videos. If you're interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments below, and I'm certainly happy to do that. Okay, today we are going to take care of another request. One of our subscribers, Logan, I believe, wanted a full body drawing of Jughead. So we've been focusing a lot on the Archie cast this past week. I did a full body shot of Archie, one of Betty, and we did a headshot of Jughead. So I'm going to do a full body shot of Jughead now. And that may leave us with a Veronica that will need to be done. Now, you'll notice some similarities as I draw. Some similarities to some of the to the Archie body. They have very similar body types. I mean, they're both cartoon characters, so we want to keep them nice and animated. Jughead has a very lean, very rubbery body type, so we make him even a little bit more, even a little thinner and more flexible. Let's get this more into camera. Notice, as I always say, I like to move all over the figure. I'm not, may need to move that arm. Let's see how it goes. So I like to move all over the figure. I don't just like to finish a body part and then just leave it alone. No, I work on all the body parts all at once. I'm resisting the temptation to go in and finish anything, to get caught up in any details like the hands or the face. So you never want Jughead especially, to appear stiff. May give Jughead a bit of a foreshortened arm there. By foreshortening, I mean it's coming at us a little bit. So we're actually layering the shapes here, starting with his fist. The forearm is kind of an oval behind the fist, and then the upper arm is coming down. I'm going to want Jughead kind of looking back as if he's being chased. Who could be chasing Jughead? Let's have your answers in the comments below. One good thing about Jughead, and I always like to draw the classic Jughead. And the best Jughead artist of all time is the great Sam Schwartz. That's Sam, S-A-M-M, Schwartz. Now, when it comes to Archie Comics, everybody always remembers Dan DeCarlo. And rightfully so. Dan drew for Archie for 50 years, and it was really his style that really set the tone, that really established what was considered the house style for the company for a good 50, 60 years, until they started with this reboot stuff about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So how's he coming along? All right, so we've got a body in place. Now, I was saying I like to draw a classic Jughead. That means classic Jughead wears his sweater, the S sweater. We'll add the S in a moment. And then he wears black pants. And that helps us out because black pants can hide many things. Now, as I said when I was drawing just a headshot, whenever I get his head shaped down, I will go in and I will place the hat on his head. And I'll actually go in and finish off that hat. Maybe normally I wouldn't take it to such detail so quickly, but why not? Give Jughead his ear. Now I want to give him his nose. As I said in the close-up, when I drew the close-up of Jughead, you don't want to go too long with the nose. You don't want to make the nose too squarish or too rounded. I'm going to open up his mouth because he's afraid a bit, whatever's chasing him. I'm also going to open his eyes up a little. Again, if he's being chased, he's going to be a little afraid. I always very rarely open Jughead's eyes. I know some artists really opened it a lot, but I like Jughead to be squinty-eyed. You know, the heavy-lidded look, which is really more of his trademark. And I like to keep his open eyes for special occasions. That way, if you ever saw him open his eyes, you knew something was up. You knew he was really scared. There's his black hair. And this sort of curved rectangle of hair that always juts out in whatever direction he's facing. This sticks out in that direction. And it sticks out from underneath the hat. So it's okay to clip the hat with that. As I said, Jughead's wearing that sweater, that turtleneck. It's usually a turtleneck. I want to give him some shoulders. Not big shoulders, because he's this skinny guy. Okay. Yeah, maybe this arm. Here's the thing about running figures, okay? When you have a figure in a running pose, if they're stepping forward with their right leg, or to us it's his left, to him it's his right, they're going to be leaning forward with the opposite arm. Okay, if he's stepping forward with his right leg, it's not going to be his right arm that pumps forward. It's going to be his left arm. That's how the figure stays in balance. So sometimes you see this happening even in professionally drawn, professionally published comic books. And it always drives me crazy because that's a figure that's going to be falling over. It drives me crazy, but I'm sure I've made that mistake a few times myself. Especially when you draw. A lot of people, in say a crowd scene where everybody's running, say away from a monster or something. Sometimes in trying not to repeat yourself, you may break a few laws. So Sam Schwartz was my Jughead idol. And he's the one who I really, whenever I drew Jughead during my time at Archie Comics, and I drew a fair amount of Jughead, and I was never on the Jughead book regularly, because that was Rex Lindsay's gig, but I did a lot of Jughead stories for the digest. I think Victor Gorelick liked my Jughead. I think he could see the Sam Schwartziness of my Jughead. So he gave me a lot of Jughead to do. I also wrote a fair amount of Jughead too, which was a lot of fun. Now over here, we're going to have his fist is coming at us. So I'm drawing the rolled fingers, the knuckles, and then the thumb is peeking around. Did I ever do a video on the fist? I know I covered hands. I don't remember if I did the fist or not. Okay. Coming around with his arm. Tighten his arm. Like I said, this is a foreshortened view, which is not easy. I'm going to put the S. A lot of people like to speculate. What's the S stand for on Jughead's shirt? What is it? What does that mean? Well, I could go into it. I've heard a couple of theories, and what I think is the real answer, but I'm not going to reveal them here. That may be a whole other video. Now, like I said, he wears black pants, so that's the easy part. His pants and his shoes are black, and that just lets me just merge the whole thing, hide the whole thing in black. And shape his foot a little bit. And we're almost done with Jughead here. Just fill in that black. And there's Jughead running from some kind of hamburger monster. Or maybe the Predator is back. Remember Archie versus Predator? Drawn by me. So, there's our buddy Jughead. What do you think? Keep him skinny, keep him wiry, keep him nice and animated, and never forget the hat. The hat makes him Jughead. What do you say? Does that look good? Does that look finished? What do you think? Have any Jughead questions or problems? Put them in the comments below. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Please click like, please share, please subscribe if you haven't done so. If you have subscribed before, please check, make sure you're still subscribed. And keep coming back. Keep letting me know your ideas for videos. As you can see, I do listen. And so that's our show for tonight. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Keep drawing. Keep drawing.